Hey guys, quick question. How bad is your sibling rivalry? Is it at a low level where you can sit together at the dinner table? Or is it like a science fair project at school where you're having a rivalry? Or is it like a proxy warfare where you're having your neighbors do your battling for you? Or is it a full-out attack? Punches, like a Dragon Ball Z cartoon episode where you're both evenly matched and only one can survive. Maybe you fought over the last slice of pizza, or maybe you argued over whoever got the front seat. But did it ever escalate into a full-blown war for the throne of Wallachia, complete with mass implements, betrayal, and the Ottoman Empire backing your brother because he was better looking? Yeah, I didn't think so. Today we're diving into the insane sibling feud between Vlad the Impaler, yes, the Dracula guy, and his brother Radu the Handsome. Spoiler, it's less family drama and more Game of Thrones Eastern European edition. Maybe like GTA 4, but in the past. Let's start at the beginning. Vlad III, better known as Vlad the Impaler, and his younger brother Radu were sons of Vlad II Draco, ruler of Wallachia. And yes, Draco literally means dragon, so you think these guys were like destined for metal album covers or were Skyborn, Skyrim, dragon-talking knights that could scream. But instead of a happy royal childhood, both boys were shipped off as political hostages to the Ottoman Empire. That's like going to study abroad, but instead of sending postcards, you just send home notes like, "Still alive? Please don't invade us, father." Now here's where the fork in the road happens. Vlad absolutely hated it. He was brooding, resentful, and counted the minutes until he could take his revenge. Radu, on the other hand, Radu kind of enjoyed it. He converted to Islam, got chummy with Sultan Mehmed II, and basically treated it like an elite networking event. Imagine two brothers at summer camp. One spends all day plotting escape, sharpening sticks in the corner, while the other's like, "Bro, chill, the counselors are awesome, and I just joined the swim team." Fast forward a bit. Vlad eventually claws his way to the throne of Wallachia, and immediately he makes it clear he's not here to play nice with the Ottomans. He refuses tribute payments, executes rivals, and establishes a leadership style that's best described as Extreme Makeover Dictatorship Edition. Meanwhile, Radu is still hanging out with the Ottoman court, and Sultan Mehmed is like, "Listen, your brother is a pain. He's being a real big pain. A pain in the, in the place where the sun doesn't shine. A really big pain. The biggest pain ever. How would you like to be the new ruler instead?" Which, let's be honest, is every sibling's dream. Your parents don't like how your brother is acting, so they give you his car keys and his room. Except here, it's the entire country. And instead of being grounded, your brother is fighting you with literal armies. So now we've got a full-blown sibling war. It's crazy, right? Vlad goes full guerrilla warfighter. He has ambushes. He scorches the earth with his fires. The works. His most famous stunt was the night attack of 1462, where he tried to assassinate Sultan Mehmed II himself. Himself! Not even just to get a guy to do it for him, just, do it himself, out in the open, in front of everybody. I mean, seriously, what kind of political plan is that? Obviously, it didn't work out in his favor. I bet it was really embarrassing for him. Probably all his friends laughed at him and threw stones at him and probably didn't let him use the bathroom or whatever. But he left forests of impaled soldiers left behind as a warning. Imagine rolling into battle and seeing thousands of your coworkers on sticks. That's like HR paperwork no one wants to fill out. On the other side, Radu was leading the Ottoman-backed forces, and unlike Vlad, who ruled through fear, Radu used charm and diplomacy. People literally called him Radu the Handsome. His political strategy was basically look hot, make friends, let the empire do the heavy lifting. So the battlefield is in this weird contrast. On one corner we have Vlad, the medieval Batman, skulking around with psychological warfare, and Radu, the smooth-talking intern who somehow landed the CEO position. The nobles were just sitting there like, do we want scary murder guy or hot chill guy? It's a really tough call. Here's where it gets extra messy. Vlad was technically fighting for independence from the Ottomans. Noble cause, right? Except his methods were so brutal that his own people started to hate him. Like, yes, freedom is great, but maybe don't impale the neighbors because they were late on taxes. That's not the best way to get people to support you. Radu, meanwhile, was technically a puppet ruler for the Ottomans. Not exactly a freedom fighter, but he was easier to live under than Vlad, which is saying a lot. So nobles keep flipping sides. One week, it's Team Vlad. The next, everyone's like, Radu has better hair, so I'm gonna go over there. The great irony? Vlad wanted Wallachia free, but acted like such a tyrant that the Ottoman occupation almost felt like an upgrade. That's the medieval version of quitting your job because your boss is terrible, only to realize your new boss is somewhat worse. Throwing papers, throwing tantrums, throwing mugs at you, like Michael Scott but with a baby rattle. have to change them every second. Ugh. So how does this epic family feud wrap up? Well, not with hugs and forgiveness, I'll tell you that. Vlad eventually got captured, not even by the Ottomans, by the Hungarians, who make acacia honey, which is so great. Acacia honey from acacia trees, one of the world's lightest honeys. Oh, wow. I literally put that in tea because it doesn't change the flavor of your tea, and it's so good. It's just like a natural sweetener, and it's got like a hint of vanilla too. Anyways, by the Hungarians, who were like, yeah, we'll take them, thanks. Radu, meanwhile, ruled Wallachia for a bit under the Ottoman supervision, but his health wasn't great, and he died in his 40s. Vlad made a brief comeback years later, got the throne again, only to die in battle in 1476. His head was cut off and then sent to the Sultan in Istanbul, which is basically a medieval's gotcha email attachment. Didn't need Clippy then, huh? So in the end, neither brother really got a happy ending after all. But that's just sibling rivalry for you. No one wins. Everyone just gets grounded by history. And yet the aftermath couldn't be more different. Vlad the Impaler becomes a legend, both feared tyrant and national hero. Oh, and also, Dracula, like pop culture's most famous vampire, he was pretty much guaranteed to be forever immortalized. On the other hand, Radu the Handsome, he's remembered mainly as, well, handsome. A historical footnote. The guy who was good looking and hung out with the Ottomans. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So in the long game, Vlad wins. Sure, he died violently, but he also gets a blockbuster film franchise. Radu, though, if he's lucky, he gets cast as a side character in Twilight. So next time you're fighting with your sibling, just remember, at least you're not raising armies against each other backed by empires while debating whether terror or good looks are better ways to rule a country. Because in the case of Vlad and Radu, the answer was neither really worked. But hey, at least one of them became a vampire. Basically, with all this to say, the moral of the story is that sibling rivalry can get a little out of hand, and that history doesn't always reward the guy who plays fair or looks good. Sometimes it rewards the guy who impales thousands of people and accidentally inspires Dracula fanfiction for centuries. If you think your family dinners are awkward, imagine sharing a table with these two. Love your brothers, love your sisters, love everybody. See you later. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'm so excited to keep making YouTube videos for you guys. I really hope that this one stood out to you. If it did, let me know what you liked about it. Leave it in the comments, like, subscribe, comment. Let me know if you'd like to see more videos like this. And as always, have a great one. Bye.